Hi, I'm Linda. Glad to have you back. Today I'm going to be doing a pretty little northern light scene. It's done on a black canvas, a little different. The lights going up with the pretty alizarin crimson, some greens, pretty blues. I've got a row of pines in the back with a little path that has pretty reflections from the northern lights. So I hope you can follow me, pause and paint. So let's get started. And here are the paints I used. Acrylic black for the base on the canvas, liquid clear, titanium white, black, phthalo blue, sap green, alizarin crimson, cad yellow, and red. And I prepared my canvas with the black acrylic. It's totally dry. So now I'll be putting on a very, very thin coat of liquid clear. Very thin. Just do it all over your canvas. Now I'm taking a little rag or a paper towel and just wiping it a little bit off. So now I've got a 1 inch and I'm going to dip in a little phthalo blue and I'm going to brush in the corners, a little bit on top, a little bit down toward the middle, but mainly the corners. Brushing that in. Phthalo blue. And then work my way over to the other side. So now I'm dipping in a little bit of alizarin crimson with a touch of red, just a touch. More crimson than red. So I'm going right in the center, working my way up or down there, just getting the middle section. Just blending that in. Now I'm going into a little bit of sap green and yellow. I'm just going to do a little area off the left there. Just blending that in, little upstrokes. And same with the other side. Blending that in. I'm adding a little bit of yellow, cad yellow and white, over that green. Just doing some little streaks there, here and there. Adding a little white. Putting in some little streaks. Then I'll be blending all that in really soft, making it really super, super soft. Taking a clean, dry brush, just blending, just softening that up. Creating a background for this little burst of northern lights that's going to go in there. Adding a little yellow, a little bit of white, just blending, putting some color down on the back. Brushing in some streaks. And if it seems a little dry, you can always just tap your brush in just a little bit of thinner, just a little bit, and just blend that out. I'm adding some alizarin crimson and white. And it's touching the blue up there, so it's going to be a real pretty lavender. But I'm just taking my blender brush and just making circles. Just brushing upward and adding some down in the center there. brushing some of that pink color up, blending it in, softening. A lot of blending in this one. And adding a touch more blue on the right and white just to get a little more color in there. Going upward, brushing upward. Same with the other side. It's a little bit of white there, just putting some color in there. Just brushing it out. Adding a little more blue on the bottom. And about a fourth of the way up, where I'm wiping that blue across, that's where the tree line is going to be. Just blending that up. Adding a little bit of white in the center just to give it a little glow, light in there. So I'm just lightening that up, blending. And a little touch of blue and white on the top there, just putting some color back there. And make way for the northern light streaks. Lots of blending. I'm adding a little bit of pink, the alizarin crimson with a little bit of white. Putting a little more pink in there. So I'll be blending that all in too. Just circular motions, just really blend it. It'll be like a splash of light in the center there. Adding a little more yellow with a touch of white. And when that yellow touches the blue, it's going to make a real pretty green. Still working on that center, trying to brighten it up. Now I've added a little white on my 1 inch, just touches. Just going to blend that in. More pink in the center. Tapping. Softening. Just tapping that white up, lifting upward. I am adding a little blue there. I'm changing the shape of that. Just going to blend that in. Tapping the blue in, softening. Now I've got some titanium white with a little bit of liquid white on my fan brush. Just tapping, I'm going to shape my northern lights there. It's going to arc around And there's quite a bit of paint on that. You want enough when you use the brush to create those little light flicks. You'll see what I mean here in a second. So you lift up with your fan brush to create those little light effects. Just lifting up. I'm going to do another little row. I'm going to arc around. And just lift up, create those little light rays that are coming up off the top. It's mainly on the inside of that arc. And on the top it's on the outside edge. Now I'm creating another little arc. Like I say, you need a little more paint on there so you can make those little light rays lift up. I'm tapping at the base, getting it nice and soft. I'm taking a little fan brush that's been dipped in liquid white and titanium white. I took another brush, I'm flicking across it. I'm creating some little stars. So now I'm into my bottom row of trees, making pine trees all the way across, taller in the center, working my way down. And then I'll take my little palette knife and make some nice little tips on those. Just filling those little trees in. That's black now, black oil paint. It's making it very dark. Just make as many little trees as you like. Okay, there's the palette knife. I'm making some nice little tips on those pine trees. A little roll of paint on that. I almost see a finished painting here. Now I have added a little path, taken a white filbert with a little bit of white on it. Just made a little path, put some color in it, pink and green and blue. So if you'd like to see more of these, click the like button, follow me, share if you want. Until next time, God bless and happy painting.